Welcome to Cunha Intermediate School's 2020 Virtual Promotion Ceremony. My name is Ben Bartel, Cunha's Assistant Principal. We are all so happy that you could join us during these unprecedented times to celebrate the accomplishments of our 8th grade class. Please join me in also giving thanks to those who helped make this video possible, including CUSD Director of Video Content Patrick Olson, Cunha Counselors Stacy Myrick, Janice Lee, and Sarah Wilhelms, as well as all of our student presenters who devoted so much time and effort into their speeches. Again, thank you for watching, and please help me welcome Cunha's principal, Mr. James Barnes.
Hello, Cunha community. I'm the principal of Cunha Intermediate, and I'll tell you, it's a strange thing to be principal of a school with no students. All of you promoting 8th graders disappeared from the campus, along with your teachers and the younger students. I walk around our school and there are huge weeds growing in the cracks. To all appearances, Cunha has been abandoned. And yet, despite this shelter-in-place shutdown, despite this virus sickening and killing hundreds of thousands in our country and around the world, despite the hardships that many of us are experiencing, you persist. You are maybe the most resilient group of students we've ever had. You've been forced to go it alone and figure out how to Zoom and use Google Classroom, follow school loop instructions, watch videos, upload pictures of your homework, etc., etc. And all that while stuck at home with your parents. Yikes. While maybe taking care of little brothers and sisters, or dealing with family members out of work, or people getting sick. What a way to finish your time at Cunha. When I came to school last Thursday, the day the 8th graders were to return textbooks and Chromebooks and get your diplomas, I saw car after car of great kids I hadn't seen in 2 months. There you were, the ones who never really went missing. We just shifted to a whole new way of doing things, and you dealt with it. Your teachers know how hard you worked to cope, as they met with you on Zoom, and your parents saw you working away at home, trying to make sense of it all. Now I'm going to make a little extended metaphor about you 8th graders and the weeds I mentioned earlier, and I don't mean that in a bad way. A plant like that is tough. It'll find the worst bit of soil and a crack in the pavement, and it will endure drought and heat, trampling and neglect, and it'll flourish. It'll break the concrete that holds it back. It does not even care. I've seen how you rolled with this crazy shutdown, adapted, matured, and grown. You've been tested by something that made you rely on your own inner strength. Your teachers weren't there hovering over your shoulder to help and guide you. They were distant, images on a Chromebook screen or emails on School Loop. There were no bells. You had to manage your time, learn the applications, show up for the meetings, and turn in work you had to do on your own. Another important thing to know about plants is how vital the roots are. That's the secret to being tough and growing up strong in the world despite any odds. Can those roots hold on? Can they find the nourishment the plant needs to stay healthy? Parents, in the midst of this crisis, as you faced your own challenges, you provided the stability, the guidance, and the push that your students needed to keep on trying to get their education no matter the circumstances. You know how critical it is that they keep learning. You've supported them, made sure they were keeping up, checked in with teachers, as we all did our best to figure out how to make this remote teaching and learning work. Few of you parents signed up to be homeschool teachers while sheltering in place or having to go out as essential workers in the face of the pandemic, but you put your kids first and did what you had to do to give them the material and emotional nourishment they need to keep growing in mind and body no matter what. And I'm not going to lie, it's not great. As amazing a job as all of you and our staff have done, we don't want to continue remote learning any longer than we have to. Our school is a place where we should be together. There's no substitute for the in-person connections we make and the way we all learn together, make friends, try new things, and have fun. Students, we don't know what next year will be like yet, your first year of high school. I'm pretty sure it won't be back to normal. But I do know this, you will crush it. What 8th grade Cunha class before you has had to complete the year by yourselves alone? You've had some serious growing up to do, and you did. You will enter high school wiser and more self-reliant than the kids who came before you. You'll be all, I got this. Here on the coast side, in yards and on the side of the road, there are spiky little weeds that don't look like much. Give them time and they get to be 10 feet tall and covered with 1,000 purple flowers. Tower of Jewels, they call them. Amazing. That's what I think of you. You're our jewels, diamonds in the rough. Go out and shine.
Hi, my name is Zoe Chait, and I am extremely honored to have been your student body president this past year. First, I just want to say thank you to my fellow officers, Catalina Gonzalez, Ceci Ryan, Jaya Miller, and Peyton Holm, because without you, none of the amazing things we accomplished this year would have been possible. We have become great friends, and together we can accomplish anything. At the beginning of this year, leadership was a great challenge for my team and me. Running the events and challenges, doing the morning announcements, and figuring out how the heck are we supposed to run the marquee were just a few of the hurdles we had to overcome. But as time went on, we figured out how to get things done and have a great time while doing them. Just like my colleagues and I worked out the challenge of leadership, I saw all other 8th graders getting through different challenges too, like getting their science fair project finished, trying to make the basketball team, learning a tough song and band, or anything else you were trying to achieve. And all of us 8th graders were working towards our main goal of graduating 8th grade and moving on to high school. With all of these challenges we were already facing, who knew that an even bigger challenge would come our way? The coronavirus. This stopped everything we were doing and shut it down. If it was working towards a big competition in your sport, being in a fun club with your friends, or even getting to say your presidential speech in front of a real crowd of your friends and family. We were unfortunately robbed of some really important times. Because of this virus, we went from our everyday lives to something completely different and new the next day. We also had to deal with a whole new way of learning, and teachers a whole new way of teaching. And how do you entertain yourself all day when you have no friends to hang out with? One of the main things that leadership has taught me is even when we are having a hard time completing a task, and even if it takes us a while to figure it out, if you work hard and find a solution, you can accomplish anything. This is what I have been seeing many people doing during this tough time. Kids are finding new hobbies such as baking, reading, biking, learning a new language, playing board games, and spending time with family. Even though we are in a less than ideal situation, kids are finding ways to be resilient and finding the good in the bad. This experience has been tough on all of us, but I believe this crazy point in our lives has been setting us up for a new challenge, one of the biggest challenges we will have faced in our short lives: high school. Now we will be more ready than ever to face a big school, harder classes, and scary seniors. We will carry this challenge of the global pandemic with us for the rest of our lives, and knowing how to deal with that will help us get through any challenge we may face in high school. I am so sad that we did not get to finish our last year at Cunha, but I am very thankful for the incredible things we did get to experience together. Thank you to all the teachers and staff for putting up with our craziness all year. And a big thanks to Mr. Cox for being the best social studies and leadership teacher I could ever ask for. You have taught me so many things that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Thanks for being such a great friend and role model to me. So to the class of 2020, remember that no matter what challenges life throws at us, we can handle it. This year taught us that we are strong, smart, and resilient, and if we take those traits with us into high school, we will have no choice but to be successful. Thank you, and see you next year. You!
Now I'd like to present some important awards for the 2019-20 school year. First is our Community Volunteer of the Year Award, which I'd like to present to our Cunha Athletic Boosters President, John Holm. Congratulations. Thank you for all your work. And we have 3 students who received the Citizenship Award for this year, 3 8th graders, and they are Jaya Miller, Catalina Gonzalez Johnson, and Aiden Vasquez. Congratulations, all 3 of you.
experiences at Konya that I will take everywhere I go in life. Thank you to every single teacher that has helped me and guided me and helped me gain my knowledge. And out of my long experience, I've become stronger and a lot happier. Lastly, I wish everyone the best, and I'm out.
My advice to the new 6th graders would be to participate in the spirit events and don't be worried about being embarrassed. Just have fun and try new things.
We want to congratulate our students today for their accomplishments as they promote to the next step in their academic journeys, knowing as we do that this is the end of one chapter in their lives and the beginning of an important new phase ahead. We also want to thank the families and staff who have helped our students get to this big day in their lives. None of this would be possible without your support of these fine young people. To our students, this is a time of great challenge for us as a state, a nation, and a world. There will be many changes ahead for all of us. That said, we want you to know that we're very proud of you as you promote to higher grades, and we know you are going to go on to do great things ahead, regardless of the way that things are now. You are our hope for a future yet to be seen, and you need to know your family and your community will always be here to support you along the way forward. Congratulations.